Most people think building extra income requires one thing: skill. Learn trading, learn business, learn investing, start a YouTube channel, open an online store, or even start a small shop. Sell clothes, run a salon, start a weekend food business. But here's the part nobody tells you. You can have the right skill and still get inconsistent results. And I've seen this happen too many times. Smart professionals, capable, hardworking, but still stuck. So the real question is not, what skills should I learn? It's, what skills actually make income consistent? Because building extra income is not just about knowing what to do. It's about executing correctly, consistently, under real life conditions, and that's where most people struggle. I noticed something interesting. Two professionals can start the exact same thing, same trading strategy, for instance, same online business, same side hustle, even the same physical business idea, like a small boutique or food delivery shop, same starting point. But months later, their results look completely different. One is improving, the other is frustrated. And the difference usually comes down to three things: not talent, not intelligence, something much simpler. Let's start with the first one. Most people don't lack opportunity, they lack direction. They are trying everything at once. Trading today, crypto tomorrow, starting an online business next week, thinking about opening a shop, trying content creation, and it feels productive because you're busy. You're learning, you're exploring, but what it actually creates is confusion. Now your brain is constantly asking, what should I focus on today? Should I check the markets? Should I work on my online store? Should I restock my small business? Should I shoot content? And every time that question pops up, execution slows down because you're not working, you're deciding, and decision making consumes energy. So instead of progress, you get hesitation. You start something, pause, switch, restart again. What actually works is much simpler. One system, one strategy, one process, not forever, but long enough to build momentum. It could be trading. It could be running a small weekend catering business. It could be selling products consistently, online or offline. But the key thing is this: one clear path. Because when the path is clear, execution becomes easier. Now here's where most people think they've solved the problem. They finally focus on one thing, but they still struggle. And this is where something else quietly breaks everything. You start with a plan, clear structure, defined approach. You say, I'll trade at this time. I'll run my business in the evenings. I'll focus on this one income system. But then something happens. You feel confident, so you increase risk. You feel uncertain, so you hesitate. You see another opportunity, so you switch decision. Maybe your shop is slow this week, so you think of starting something new. Maybe your trades don't go well, so you jump to another strategy. Maybe your online business isn't growing fast enough, so you abandon it, and slowly the system breaks. Not because it didn't work, but because it wasn't controlled. Think about something simple like driving. Almost everyone knows the rules. Stop at red lights, follow lanes, control speed. That's knowledge. But not everyone is a good driver, because driving is not about knowing the rules. It's about control. Control under pressure, control in traffic, control when something unexpected happens. Income systems work the same way. Most people actually know enough to start, but they don't stay consistent because their decisions keep changing. And here's the important part. Control is not discipline. It's structure. It's deciding in advance when to act, when not to act, how much time to use, how much money to risk. Because when those aren't clear, your emotions take over, and emotions are inconsistent. Now, even if you get that right, hear this, there's still one piece missing. And this is the one most people underestimate: consistency. Not intensity, not motivation, not occasional effort, but repeatable execution. Because consistency is where results actually build. You've probably seen this pattern before. Someone starts strong, they are motivated, they are excited, they open the business, they start trading, they launch something online, they put in a lot of effort, and then life happens. Work gets busy, energy drops, schedules change, and everything slows down. The shop opens late, the online store stops being updated, the trading plan becomes inconsistent, and eventually progress disappears. That's why consistency is not about pushing harder. It's about designing a system that still works, even when you are tired. Because if your system only works when you feel good, it won't last. But if it works when you're busy, when you're low on energy, when motivation disappears, then progress becomes stable. And this is where everything connects. When you have clarity, you remove confusion. You're not jumping between 10 ideas. When you have control, you remove emotional decisions. You're not reacting every day. And when those two are in place, consistency becomes easier, and consistency is what produces results. Let me simplify it. One person keeps switching strategies. They try trading, then stop. They start a small business, then pause. They try something online, then abandon it. They work based on mood. They decide in the moment. Another person does something different. They choose one system. Maybe it's trading, maybe it's running a small side business, maybe it's a simple online income stream. They define rules, they fix a time, they follow the same process, and they show up consistently. 6 months later, the difference is obvious. Not because one is smarter, no, but because one is structured. And structure is what compounds. So if you've been trying to build extra income and it feels harder than it should be, this might be the missing piece. Not more information, not more effort, not more motivation, better structure. Because in the end, the people who succeed are not the ones who know the most. They're the ones who can execute clearly, under control, consistently. And when you do that long enough, even a simple system, whether it's trading, a small business, or something online, can outperform almost everything. That's the difference.